This relax and sleep tea is slowly beginning to kick in, but prior to it kicking in, I still have some life inside me to deliver a new frequency, an old frequency, a bubble of frequency into the quantum verse, waiting to be found, waiting to be shifted into. And as you've probably encountered my frequency as you're listening to my speech hurl on and on about speech bubbles and frequencies, you are officially within my frequency of all frequencies. Congratulations, as you are most likely a light worker and you've awakened to your surrounding field, which is no easy thing to do, which is no easy feat for any light worker. And as you've encountered many and all tendencies of explorations within social media, within your reality field, within the reality field of your family members, of your day-to-day activities, as I grab my charger, because I feel like my phone's gonna die, but I don't want to risk it. You have landed within my frequency fields of all frequency fields. And tonight of all mornings, as I haven't gone to sleep yet and it's 2 a.m., I have some life inside me to go into a descriptive tale about frequency and where it can carry you within any day, within any moment in time, within any minute, in any pocket in time of your distortion field. You're sitting in a layer of frequency. You're sitting in a layer of thoughtlessness, of thoughtfulness, of energetic output, of the input within your bodily structures, within your cellular vibratory rates, within your brain waves, within your spiritual equity, within the physicality of your body, within what you ate this morning for breakfast, within what you pooped last night prior to going to bed. Frequencies upon frequencies of layers of pockets of frequencies exist out there. And I'm going to deliver to you the fact of the matter is you're welcome to explore, to jump between frequencies. And that is a part of reality field that has never been taught to you in school, that has never been taught to you by the elites in this reality field to carry you through your day-to-day life insanity. As you may go a bit insane if you had no idea that you can easily jump frequencies, quantum jump, quantum leap into new reality fields based on the quantum projection of your energetic field within any moment in time. And as I would say 95% of society, of humanity, has no idea that this method exists, has no idea that they can even reside within a layer of Gaia's frequency, within a layer of all frequencies, have no idea that frequencies even have layers. It's hard pressed to say that 95% of all society is borderline insane, has been driven borderline homesick in any moment in time when they haven't yet figured out how to go home, how to make sense of this reality field, how to even write out the frequencies in a way that they've been so used to prior to descending down into their physicality of their body. And it's sad. It's sad on all matters of a distortion field to deliver to you this news that people are homesick unknowingly, that society is lost, projecting within the darkness of our reality field for far too long, and found they shall be once they come into the realization through these increasing ascension energies of light, of distortions lost, that they too are able to transition themselves into an auric field, into a place, into an energetic pocket of writing out frequencies into distortion fields, of the shedding of distortion fields, of the leveling up of their light body, to be able to encompass more of the darkness within, to shed some light onto the darkness within and without, to bring about the brightest light within, and to have that light grow and outshine that darkness within and without. and to come to a realization that the darkness was just an experience, that the darkness was never meant to anchor us down forever, and that this reality field, ladies and gentlemen, was never meant to exist forever within this pocket, within this frequency that we reside in, within Gaia's core, on Gaia's surface. This frequency is coming to a closing, ladies and gentlemen. And as you walk your distortion field, you will soon come to realize that consciousness, debilitated consciousness, incoherently, coherently, within the cohesiveness of all that it is the expansion of consciousness, is expanding into an expansiveness so massive in feats, so brave in defeats, so sourced in all that source has ever been. And in the conglomeration of it all, the frequency that you ride in, whether it be in denial, or in the frequency of hatred, or in the frequency of love, or in the frequency of happiness, or in the frequency of the trees, the birds chirping, or in the resonating frequency of the fluffiness of the clouds, no matter where you choose to sit, ladies and gentlemen, our entire consciousness within our quantum realm, within our quantum field, within the three-dimensional frequency, within all that you've ever been, all that you've ever known, is coming to a grand and great collapse towards the shifting into a consciousness, into a source consciousness of higher frequency, of endless frequencies of light foretold, of endless tendencies of darkness shed, of the entirety of the wholeness that you can ever envision to be true and imagine to be real, ladies and gentlemen. Our dimensional field, our dimensional frequency is just that. It's heading towards an epic closing, an epic ending, into the beginning of the brightest reality field that you can ever comprehend and not comprehend, and never be able to comprehend until we reach that point within Ascension Energies, where I can bravely say, where I can proudly announce to you guys that we've shifted officially in physicality into a 5-dimensional frequency that we are officially heading towards, that we've been officially heading towards. And as all events massacred into this reality field of defeats, as all hunger leads to a stomach filled with emptiness, as all green fields tend to turn brown at the end of a season, at the end of a flourishing lifetime, at the end of all sufficing tendencies of life and death, and never-ending frequency fields of reincarnation cycles that never ever ends, our frequency field, ladies and gentlemen, is shifting to a higher, brighter, more angelic frequency, a part of a God's consciousness merging back into source consciousness, becoming the whole that we've always been in frequency, but just never in perception, as we chose to drop down into this dense frequency of the 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional frequency, to experience, to love, to live, to separate ourselves from the consciousness in which we come from, to bring home the brightest light, the deepest forgiveness, the most epic tales of failures, of loss, of death, of rebirth, of all that you can ever think of and comprehend to be real and true within these cycles of reincarnation cycles that seemingly never ever ends. And as I sit, and as you sit in my bubble of frequency, perhaps I've shed a new light into your distortion field. Perhaps for a millisecond, I triggered some type of memory in your soul's belonging, in your soul's being, in your soul's journey within this frequency, in a place away from home, yet so close to all that you've ever been. Perhaps for a moment in time, I activated you into the Lightworker beings that you will forever be. Perhaps for a moment in time, we met in the quantum realm, in the quantum field, in an energetic space, depending on how awakened you are. We are shifting, ladies and gentlemen, into a higher and brighter place where we will all meet eventually, where we will all conjoin in with source consciousness, a place where we've come from in perspective, in perception, and look at each other and feel each other and be each other as we are each other. as frequency has always been one, consciousness has always been one. And as we travel in these separated bodies, I hope we conjoin one day